what are we talking about? What's going on? What's leftist about dangerous dog breeds? Sometimes I feel what are you guys doing? One of these days I'm gonna do another subreddit purge, I swear to God. This is my dog. What a perfect baby. See, that's good discussion. That's fine. That's good discourse. That's sensible. That's reasonable. I love Reddit. Can somebody explain to me, is there actually evidence to indicate that pit bulls are like super more dangerous? I genuinely don't know. Pit bull bites are more deadly than those of other breeds. The majority of these studies, 12 to 14, also report pit bulls are inflicting the most severe injuries, requiring a higher number of operative interventions, up to 5 times higher than other dog breeds. Pit bulls are 2.5 times more likely to bite in multiple anatomical locations than other breeds. Pit bulls are responsible for 60% of all injuries and 63% of ocular injuries. Pit bull attacks have higher mortality or morbidity rates, higher hospital charges, and higher risk of death than attacks by other breeds. Okay, so the evidence seems pretty solid on this one. Okay, so then the question would be like, what do we do about it? Okay, so if the answer then is like, all right, if they actually are more dangerous, what do we do about it? It seems like the pretty simple answer would be, I don't know, what would you do to ban the sale of them, and eventually the breed would die off? I don't know. They're dogs. We've been doing nothing but eugenics to them for all of the existence of dogs. Dogs wouldn't exist if it wasn't for eugenics. We eugenicsed them out of wolves. People are going to get mad. Wait, can somebody explain to me what's wrong with what I said? I know right-wingers do the pit bull thing as a dog whistle. I'm fully aware of that, okay? Obviously, the very clear and obvious rebuttal to this being that different breeds of dogs are literally genetically selected to behave differently and have been selected for hundreds and hundreds of years, whereas humans are very susceptible to sociological influences, and we can see massive shifts in the criminality of a population based on access to education and other resources. So this isn't something like dog whistle hullabaloo, okay? We're not talking about anything other than the dogs here. Can somebody explain, like, what's the issue? It's not unique to pit bulls. Any dogs can deal damage. Yes, any dogs can deal damage. However, the study that I just read out loud from seems to indicate that pit bulls do it more often and worse. It's a training thing more than a breed thing. Really? All of that is due to the pit bulls being trained to be violent? Like, even though most of these injuries would be from civilians? Yes? There are literally 4 genetically unrelated types of dogs that are all called pit bull. It's definitely a sociological issue. Okay, why are people training those dogs to be more violent than other dogs? Dog fighting? So are you telling me that this massively disproportionate degree to which pit bull type dogs account for injuries is just because like 99% of them are like pit bull like dog fighters that have broken free of their cages and charged at people? Yes? Well, I suppose that's not impossible. Okay. Pit bulls were found to inflict a higher prevalence and severity of injuries compared with other breeds. Of all pure breed dogs in the United States, pit bull type breeds were second behind the German Shepherd. Oh, that's interesting. Nobody's talking about banning German Shepherds because they're such a beloved dog, but they're ahead of Labradors, Chow Chows, and Rottweilers in that order, from the most bites severe enough to require hospital treatment. The study found the proportion of bites caused by German Shepherds decreased by a small amount per year over that time interval, while the proportion caused by pit bulls increased over that time period. Pit bull proportion of dog bites increased more slowly in Denver, Colorado, where breed-specific legislation been in place. Okay. So is it all like dog fighting stuff? German Shepherds are frequently banned as well? Yeah, well, aren't they police dogs? A lot. The German Shepherds are used for police stuff. So maybe they have a lot of like injuries associated with them because like you have like all the police training, or you sort of keep the breed in a place where it can be an effective police dog, and that makes them pretty dangerous. Pit bull is a misnomer because they include all bully breeds like Staffordshire Terriers and Mutts. Yeah, what does pit bull mean? Okay, hold on. What does pit bull mean? People in chat, yeah, people have been saying it's like, because when I think of pit bull, whenever I envision a pit bull, I think of see, I'm Googling it. I'm looking at images of dogs that are definitely from different breeds. Whenever I think of pit bull, I think of this, and when I think of a bulldog, I think of the dogs that have the really wrinkly faces, the silly looking ones that have trouble breathing, like this. So what technically includes a pit bull? What is the actual? So okay, so I'm just guessing here, but is a problem that like of these types of bully breeds, some of them genuinely are quite dangerous, and people are like, "Oh, look at that," and then like everything here gets blamed, Like you'll have the dogs that look like they were born to chew your testicles off, and then it's like, oh, time to get rid of the miniature terrier or whatever. It's the American Bully or the Bull Terrier. I don't know. I think the American Bully is what I think of when I think of like the fucked up dogs that'll kill you. These. But that might, I don't know if that's real. That might just be like an association. But how do I even know which one is supposed to be the most violent dog if they're all just called pit bulls? Most violent bully breed. Is this, yeah, it's like a taxonomical error, I'm guessing? The most aggressive bully dog. The pit bull is considered the most dangerous dog. What pit bull? Hold on. I thought that linked to a study, but it looks like it doesn't. Bull Terrier, American Bully, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. American Pit Bull Terrier. Do they mean that? The American Pit Bull Terrier? Because that thing's small, 30 to 60 pounds. American Pit Bull Terrier. Is this the terror? This thing? But this guy looks kind of friendly. This is the super dangerous one? The like 30 to 60 pound. Well, I guess they're dangerous to like kids, right? Like when we talk about dying from dog bites, we're talking about mostly kids, not like you know, have to be a pretty massive dog to kill an adult in most cases. I imagine it's mostly going to be kids. So is this the dog that is actually the one that's like most dangerous? And then there's a bunch of other dogs around it that get kind of lumped in. No, it's the American XL Bully. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at a website that's saying the American Pit Bull Terrier is #1. Rottweiler? German? Huh. Wait. American Pit Bull Terrier. Bully breeds known as the American Staffordshire Terrier. First of all, okay, two things. First of all, they're doing the same taxonomical thing, right? Like, by American Pit Bull Terrier, don't they just mean pit bull? Because why are they saying American Staffordshire Terrier if they mean American Pit Bull? The American Pit Bull Terrier and the American Staffordshire Terrier are two different. So by pit bull, they just mean like, God damn it. It's a taxonomical thing. I don't know. God damn it. Also, how are you going to call it an American Staffordshire Terrier? Staffordshire is the most British, or Staffordshire, if you're like really pretentious. It's the most like British sounding name. How are you American Staffordshire Terrier? Because an American would say Staffordshire, but that's definitely not how it's pronounced. Staffordshire Terriers have a history with being a nanny dog. They were left alone with kids because their even temperament and their tolerance for abuse. The thing is, they are strong and good at defending families, so naturally they'll bite or attack another dog who seems to be a threat to their own. I think we're mostly just talking about like threat to humans. That's a myth, Vosh. That Staffordshire is British sounding. It's always down to training. Okay, I know that, but like obviously some dog breeds are more aggressive than others by default, right? Like, of course. Right? So we're talking about like specific subcategories. No? No, guys, come on. Yeah, yes, that's the whole point. They were selectively bred. No, yes, the point of selective breeding is to procure and select for specific traits in dogs. Some of them are better temperament, some are less. That's the thing. It's like a neuroticism thing, you know? Staffies are not aggressive by breeding, unlike German Shepherds. Okay. I'm not there is a difference in different breeds and their propensity for injuring or killing others. I just want to know to what extent it can be like localized to a specific type of dogs as opposed to others. We're no longer reading chat because I can tell the difference between chat having something to offer and chat being insanely triggered, and I know when not to. No wonder that conversation on the Reddit got that bad that quickly. I haven't even said anything like definitive or remotely aggressive, and already people in chat are freaking the fuck out. Damn, maybe it's not pit bulls that need to be banned. It's VGers, you know? That shit, they're feral. You bring them around a leash, they charge your child. Yeah, I love my dog. Please don't advocate for my dog to be killed. Literally nobody is saying this. I don't know why. It's controversial everywhere, Vosh. You don't mess with people's dogs. This is what I mean. I haven't said that at all. I haven't said that. I don't know why. Like, people in chat, like, this is what I mean. Well, I at no point have I said this. It's a joke. Is it a joke? Breed-specific legislation typically involves murdering the dogs. When have I said that? When have I said this? I look away from chat for 2 seconds. I'm literally just trying to like work out like a taxonomical issue where like to describe like what is a pit bull or whatever. And I look back in chat and people are acting like I'm a doctor looming over their dog on the operating table with a butcher's knife. Jesus Christ. I'm talking about the most I would ever advocate for, if there actually was a dog breed that was like really, really dangerous, is just to make it illegal to sell them. Because then because that way, like, you wouldn't be able to like just go out and get them. And that way, just, eventually the breed would either like become mutts and sort of like disseminate out through normal breeding processes, or they would die off, but it wouldn't involve hurting any existing dogs. There's no consensus. Yeah, that's what I've learned now. There's no consensus at all on what a pit bull is. Then where do the rest of the dogs go? Like the ones in the stores or whatever? I'm sure you can, yeah, like to a shelter here or to... Look, unironically, if you want to look at like the existing horror show, okay, pet stores already kill a ton of their own animals like all the time. Like it's already a nonstop slaughterfest back there, okay? Ideally, like, everyone would go to a nice home, but realistically, like, it would probably be the same that it is right now, where some would, and a lot of them would end up getting taken out back. And that sucks, but that is currently how it works. So the issue is in pet shops, it's backyard breeders who just breed shitty dogs together. Okay, but if you have a pit bull, and the pit bull bites and injures somebody, doesn't the state kill it anyway? That's already a thing. Like, if you have a dog, and that dog indicates that it's a threat to others, there can be like a kill order placed in it, right? That is a thing. So, hold on. How many dog attacks in USA per year? I don't even know in absolute numbers. 4.7 million dog bites every year in the US. Okay, let's be real. How many of these are real dog bites? Come on, 4.7 million. I mean, I get like 500 cat bites a day. Okay. Approximately 800,000 people seek medical attention for dog bites in the U.S. every year. Okay, that's a lot. 800,000. About 1,000 people require emergency care, and then there's about a handful of deaths. Yeah, that is a lot. Most frequent victims of dog bite attacks are children, the elderly, and postal service carriers. Of course. Dog bite victims account for as much as 5% of all emergency room visits in the U.S. Really? Huh. Gotta be something that one could do to fix this. Look up dog destruction orders and how many have been given out. Dog destruction orders per year. Is there a list? Is there like a federal... Oh, man, they don't track this federally, do they? Because it's all like a local thing. That's annoying. Yeah, municipal ordinance. So there's no way there's like a federal... Yeah. There's about 12,500 per year. Okay. Well, that is a pretty big issue. But I don't know if it's a pit bull issue because of the taxonomical thing. I guess it's really difficult to track breed stuff because most everything's like Vermin said, most every dog is going to be some kind of mutt. So it's like if a dog is like 80% not pit bull and 20% pit bull, and then it does a bite, and it's like, oh yeah, the 20% of the pit bull in it did the bite actually, and it's really difficult. But there is a correlation. But how much of the correlation is real? Like, or how much of it is innate? I wonder how much of that correlation is just because the kinds of people who want like a big aggressive dog they won't take care of are also the kinds who will go after a pit bull, right? Because that's the other thing too. It's like you have to factor in piece of shit owners. And if a piece of shit owner wants some big meaty dog to be an asshole or whatever, and it's like, well, I'll get a pit bull, of course. So then it's like a self-perpetuating thing where it's like, well, that pit bull did, bit someone and had a dog destruction order. It's like, okay, well, yeah, it did, sure. And it was because it was a pit bull, but it wasn't an innate thing. It was because the pit bull was trained to be, yeah. But is there any data that would factor that in, or like what would you have to do, like a regressive analysis? I don't even know if you'd be able to do that. I feel like the most you could really do, yeah, like that could be a factor, but does that explain all of it? What if pit bulls are genetically more dangerous, but also there are compounding factors, But if they're only a little bit more dangerous, nobody's talking about banning like golden retrievers because golden retrievers are larger than, I don't know, like little yip dogs or whatever, because a yip dog can't really like hurt you that much, I think. Look up reactive aggressive dog breeds. Chances are none of the bully breeds are there. Reactive aggressive dog breeds. Rottweiler, Chow Chow, pit bulls on, well, hold on, it's from Pitbull on like the Google thing, but Google lies all the time. Chihuahua, Border Collie, Belgian Malinois, Australian Shepherd. There's some beautiful dogs here. You wouldn't be aggressive towards me, would you? Little guy? Rottweiler. Okay, I know Rottweilers are associated with being dangerous. Yeah, I know that. Boxer, Cane Corso, Dojo Argentino. See, that's a pit bull. That has the face. That's one of the dog breeds that's in the bully breeds. English Bulldog, Chow Chow. Chinese Shar-Pei. I can't imagine this thing posing a threat to anyone, but okay. Reactive and aggressive are two different phenomena. Kind of. Because aggressive and reactive mean different things, but reactive from a dog that doesn't know its own strength can be dangerous anyway. If a reactive dog gets aggressive, it's because of fear, sometimes genetics, high-level canine leader to your dog. Dogs can end up dog pounds. Human have to pay the. Maybe we should just ban all dogs. That would solve the problem. You know, we would avoid any taxonomical issues if we just see. This is why I have cats. They may feast on my corpse after I'm dead, but they can't kill me. Probably. Have you heard about cats ruining bird populations? Yeah, cats kill more birds than like anything. Cats are the grim reaper for birds. What's the least aggressive dog? Hold on. Least aggressive dog. I think this requires more research in the future, but in the meantime, hold on. Okay, I just Googled least aggressive dog breeds and Google popped up Bulldog as the top one. Okay, Google is so cooked, man. It put Bulldog at the top of aggressive and least aggressive. It literally, like, it's so... Oh my god. Google's on your guys' side. Here, top 15 least aggressive dog breeds. There we go. You can have a dog, but it has to be a Bernese Mountain Dog. It has to be one of these gigantic things that they put, like, the beer keg underneath. You know what I'm talking about? It has to be like that.
Yeah.
They're massive dogs. It may not look like it, but this is actually a full-grown human right here. And this is just how big the dog is in comparison. Alright. Yeah, I'll look into it more later. There's probably some, like, actual... If you do all of the math, and you factor in all of the, like, there have to be studies that do all the accounting, and then it's like, okay, so after all of that, pit bulls are 2.7% more dangerous. Well, if it's like by that much, that's not even really a thing, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, the dog kill order is based on a 2.7% difference, you know. But if it's like 50%, then, you know, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you've been linking this, the LDC, over and over, which I love. I love it when chatters link stuff over and over. I think if nothing else, we could probably agree that there should be more laws when it comes to breeding. But, like, not because of pit bulls, but just because of, like, the insanely unhealthy shit. Like, the stuff where the dog's face is so smushed up that it can't even breathe that well. And there are the, like, dog breeders that just try to make the most, like, angry, up-looking thing possible. And I think that past a point, you know, brachycephalic, yeah, past a point it feels like it's pretty bad. I don't know. See, this thing would probably kill many toddlers, but I don't really think that's a pit bull thing. I think that's this thing. There's a series of problems. That thing is trained to kill other dogs. Yeah, and what are babies if not stupider, less self-capable dogs? Curious. I'm glad I wasn't looking at chat through all of that, because I know for a fact that for most of that, if I looked over at chat, I would have been looking at like 16 dog owners acting as though I just personally showed up at their house to execute their pet. And I'm glad I wasn't paying attention, because I would have gotten really annoyed with how defensive and stupid you people get, leaping to conclusions. Yeah, you're making your case look really good with that kind of behavior.